Hey, what's going on, guys? Kalamazi here. It's going to be our testing and kill of Heroic Belo'ren from, I think it's March on Quel'Danas, the Sunwell raid, in Midnight Beta 12.0. This was day 2 of testing. This is Heroic Belo'ren, and we did manage to kill this boss. It was probably the hardest boss of the day out of all 3, but also, I think, coolest boss by a long shot. So, I'm going to go over the actual kill here, talk through the mechanics briefly on that stuff. If you don't want to see this and just see, like, a full, just kill of it, I'll put a timestamp in the video. You can skip ahead and look at that. But I'll review the mechanics briefly, and then just I'll watch the kill. So the boss is basically light and void. You can see, well, there you go, light and void. There's only 2 bosses in this raid in Quel'Danas. This is the raid that opens the latest. It's supposed to be the hardest raid of all 3. I mean, we'd assume so difficulty-wise. It's themed around light and void mechanics. On pull, you're going to get a light or void debuff, like a feather on you, basically. I think I get, let's see what I get here. Boss comes down, void light convergence. When this is done, you get assigned a feather, which I have a light feather. So, having the light feather makes you take reduced damage from light-based effects in the raid. Like this soak here, if you have the light feather, you want to split soak this. So you move in with the light feather, soak this, split soak. The debuff negates a handful of damage from the effect as well, which is cool, and knocks you back. We ended up placing these along the wall later on to negate the knockbacks. It spawned an ember there, which we killed, and we are sort of moving on. So you can see over here, you can sort of see right there, there's a light wall coming in from over here, basically. Right about there. It has a frontal too. Don't be in the frontal. So this wall is coming in. There's both light and void walls in this fight. If you have the light feather, you want to soak the light orbs. If you have the shadow feather, you want to soak the shadow feathers. You basically want to make a hole in the wall. Soaking them will make a hole. They'll consume the actual orb itself. So players of the opposing color can walk through. Like if they have the shadow feather, going through the void, the light wall's going to hurt. But if you have the light feather going through here, clearing it out won't hurt as bad. They want to clear the shadow walls, you want to clear the light walls, and basically it. Your debuffs can alternate as well at a certain point in the fight. I'll point it out when we get to there as well, so keep that in mind. The boss is going to spawn adds, which when you kill them, they leave eggs on the ground. You're going to want to kill these basically as well over the course of the fight. Otherwise, they're going to rehatch. Now, when the boss flies away at 0% health, it dies really fast, but it's not the actual boss's health. There's multiple phases. It's a phoenix, so it's going to fly away. It's going to do a big smash, killing the light egg here. You can see it's going to do a big smash when it lands, and this will leave an egg of Belo'ren in the middle of the room. The egg of Belo'ren is basically the boss's real health. When the egg reaches 0, there's a smash. The boss basically dies. It's going to alternate these light and void patterns from the floor. I don't think there's any kind of static pattern to this. There's a handful of patterns that it can do, but there was no rotation, I don't think. But you want to be in the colored part of the room that you have. I have lights. We're going into light sections here. Playing close to the boss is probably better for this, because if you're far out and you get this pattern here, if you're light and you're over here and you get this, you have to run through here, and you can't walk through the egg. It's like a wall. So you want to be close to the boss if possible. Play close to melee so you can get into your debuffs or whatever. Good to go here. You're not going to burn the boss's full health, obviously early on, like in the first egg phase here or whatever, but the egg will go back into this phase again when the boss itself comes back, reaches 0 health, and it will start at whatever health you leave it at in the first intermission, essentially. So we're getting close to coming out of this here. We're going to have one more wave, I think. It might even be the last one here. It is. There we go. The egg is broken, and the boss is indeed back because it healed. You couldn't kill the egg, right? The boss is back at full health, and you're going to begin phase 1 once again. The egg over here we killed left a light pool on the ground, so this is a bit of error denial. So be aware of that. We're going to drag the boss back closer to the wall here. So we're going to have both these light and void debuffs coming out again. My feather did not change when the boss casts his void light infusion here, whatever it is. Void light convergence. This can change your debuff. I have light again here. It'll say, yeah. Oh, actually, no, it changed. Perfect. I'm void. So there you go. There's a change. So I have void now. My character's purple as well, so you can see. So these soaks come out here. There's now 2 in this phase. So I am in the void soak. If you have the light feather, you go into the light one. Very easy. No problem. You can Venn diagram these. Don't want to be in this, but you can Venn diagram them to save some space if you want. You soak these. You get knocked up in the air a little bit. It's going to put the Void Blast, or the ads are going to spawn and cast Void Blast, or whatever else. Light Embers here. Kill the ads. They're going to spawn eggs. Kill the eggs, and burn the boss down. Now, you're going to have walls coming in here as well. You have both a Void Wall and a Light Wall, because we had 2 explosions here, so it's going to spawn both walls. instead of just one like last time. So I go over here, I have the void buff. Thankfully they soaked all of them there. You can soak multiples, they hurt, but not too bad. So there's a hole here for light players to walk through. You can see over here, the light player soaked here, so I can go through there with my void buff and not take extra damage. Same time, killing the ads here, light eggs in the back in the void pool, which is a little annoying, but range can kill it, no big deal. The boss is going to die right about now as well, so the egg die is cool, no rebirth. Boss is going back into phase 2 again. Drag him over here, he jumps away. Bit of a knock as well. You can gate the knockback to negate, or you can gate basically the death drop here to negate the knockback if you want. Not a big deal. I had a circle, whatever. But once again, moving into melee here to play closer for easier shifts if need be. Burning the boss here. Skip ahead a little bit because we've seen this already. Coming out of this phase at 27%. So not dead. Once again, back into phase 1. He's going to cast his light void ability here. Might change your debuff from void to light or light to void, or stay the same. I have shadow, and now I have shadow again. Perfect. Void. There we go. So going over here to our third phase 1 location, we're going to drop pools in the back of the room here. We have 1 void, 1 light coming out again. Pretty far back. More space over here. Going to get knocked, but I sort of want to get knocked this way in a sense. That's fine. For my wall soak. I guess not that bar, but no big deal. You can be against the wall and negate that if you want. Killing the embers here, which are going to spawn eggs as well. You're going to have walls coming in a moment, I believe, here also. Now, I forgot to mention this. Might have happened already in the first phase 1 or whatever, but these beams are going to spawn here as well. So you're going to have void beams on light players and light beams on void players periodically. You can see this player is light and has a void beam on them. I think someone back here has one as well. You're right there. So you want to have players of the beam color in the beam to intercept the damage. If this person or this person's already in the beam, it's perfect. He'll take the damage. But keep in mind, if you are in abilities, like if you have the void feather, which I do, he does, and you go in this beam, you're taking half the damage the person that has light feather would from this. Because like void negates void, light negates light partially, right? So you want to have a player of the same color beam intercept the actual damage, right? So he's moving in, soak that. I think there's some confusion on you need to have like the same color. I think there was confusion on if you wanted to have the opposing color soaking the beam or the same color. From what I can see and tell, you want to have the same color soaking the beam in front of the person that gets it, who is the opposing color. I believe. I could be wrong. Needed to triple check that at some point, but whatever. Walls are out here, going through there. So break a hole for the light player. Same over there. We can go right on through. Good to go. And once the boss enters, hits 0% health, go into the intermission once again. We're going to push him before his void egg dies, which is weird. So we ended up actually having this ember alive in the intermission. Not a huge deal. We sort of kill it. There's some downtime here, but that can indeed happen. It doesn't like cancel cast or, delete it or anything. There's the egg again. So we're going to have Belo'ren in the middle here with the egg itself. I believe we got the boss to like 1% here. I thought we actually killed it, but we got another phase 1. And I haven't watched the video back until now. There might be a world where we might not have killed this boss in this burn, but we'll see right here. It's close regardless. We did end up lusting this burn phase here, which is probably the hardest one. The boss, every time he goes into this phase, does indeed get a stacking damage increase. You can see it here. It's at 20% additional damage dealt. I believe at this phase it was 30%. So we're trying to lust it and kill it here. This ember being alive is a little problematic at the end of the world. But the rebirth's going to go off here. We barely missed it there. So we get a 4th phase 1, essentially. You can see the boss. When I target it, we'll have 3 stacks coming out of there. Change feather colors again, possibly on players. I have light. There we go. I had shadow before. And it's the same thing. You're going to have soaks here. You're going to have a burn coming up. I guess you would have a burn on the egg coming up again. But the moment we enter the actual phase 2, it's going to die. But we have void and light here overlapping. AMZ comes down. Perfect. There's that. Quick little rescues. There's a light beam with a void person on it, so we need to soak that. There we go. And once the boss enters the egg phase again, he's going to die pretty much off the bat. So look at those nice light players in my void beam. There we go. That's okay. That's okay. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Some confusion there, but the good thing is it didn't hurt that bad. So boss is about dead here. We are going to get one more egg phase. So jump away, come down, and we'll burn him. These eggs are alive here. We can just ignore them, honestly, if needed to. But thankfully, we can just kill them now. It's a bit of downtime. These pools hurt badly, though. Don't stand on those with the opposing color. They hurt bad. And here's the boss. Boom. We kill him. And here is our loot. There you go. Good boss. Pretty fun, actually. It's a good example of a boss that we can telegraph really well visually without needing weak auras or add-ons or anything to really tell what's going on. So, yep, that's that. Fielder playing. Okay. Let's go. Should have hold Infernal actually for the burn. Keep forgetting that we're pushing so fast, like, have to hold for that. Well, it sort of depends actually.
Pop meta.
Probably get good value out of that with everything else going on at the same time.
A lot of targets to it right now.
A lot of dancing in this phase. Oh, high rolled. One bolt for the road.
So you could have this mech.
Boom.
Yeah, we probably saw that so easily.
Alright, going for soaps.
This is annoying, but melee can't.
You first, Demi? That's just sounds for me. I'm gonna knock back into that bottle again.
Can we wait to Havoc? That was like a huge waste of a
that hurts
Havoc.
me.
Alright, take some orbs for your friends. Alright, I'll move over.
Egg in the back.
Alright, orb, the
I
soap's
got it.
over right over here.
Skip, I think. Yeah. Yeah.
Gateway.
It's so
two.
natural to just go into the middle.
Mm-hmm.
I can't put the gate directly in the middle, so it like pushed me out of it.
One bolt. The other phase and the boss is dead, so we're pretty good here.
Probably lost this phase, I guess.
I think we can beat the burn. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Taking him? Alright, good.
There's an egg in the back.
Yeah,
we're
we're
yeah.
gonna boom.
Yeah.
The egg's gonna come out.
Wait, that's grippable.
He's coming out.
What an AMZ! You can grip the
Oh,
barrier.
we're gonna have Infernal right at the end of this. No shot.
Egg or whatever.
He's gonna come out.
Kill the boss. Yeah, just kill it.
But, yeah.
Stacking damage just hurt a bit.
Wait.
We get another phase. You gotta kill the boss now. That's cool.
We can just grip those birds, right?
Yeah, we're grippable.
Yeah.
Just not when they're eggs.
Yeah, so as soon as they spawn, we just grip them into melee.
And they need to be kicked first.
Keep going.
Did an angled tech.
No, that's fine.
You're both light.
Oh, we're
What?
both.
Fight?
That can't. That's not right.
GG.
That ain't good.
Boss is gonna insta die if we phase, so we should probably die.
Instance.
Oh, okay. Oh, we killed it, basically. We killed it.
Pretty cool boss, I think.
Yeah, it's a good
Yeah,
boss,
that's kinda
actually.
neat. I mean, if we
You guys can still die.
can die, we should.
GN.